Good afternoon, my dear students. I hope you all are in good health and high spirits. As the May 2025 exams approach, I am confident that each of you has invested your time wisely, preparing thoroughly to showcase your best efforts. Exams are more than just tests, they are opportunities to demonstrate your abilities, resilience, and self management skills. It is natural to feel anxious, but I urge you to trust in your preparation and strengths. Remember, it is your inner resolve that will help you conquer any fears that may arise. As Chanakya wisely said, as soon as the fear approaches near, attack and destroy it. So be strong, study diligently, and keep in mind that there are no shortcuts to success. On behalf of Board of Studies, ICAI, I, Dr. Ruchi Agarwal, warmly welcome you to the Success at CA exam session, focusing today on paper 6B, Strategic Management at the Intermediate level. It is normal to have numerous questions and concerns before any exam in the mind of any student, particularly when dealing with a subject like strategic management. Many students experience exam anxiety, but it is important to realize that these challenges can be managed effectively. Common concerns include how to prepare for the examination, how to score good marks, how to attempt the answers, and all. In this session, we will be addressing the former one, that is, how to prepare effectively for the examination. And in our next session, we will come up with strategies for achieving high marks. Every student has their unique way of studying and understanding the concepts. But one thing is certain, this subject should not be underestimated or treated merely as a theoretical paper. Strategic management is incredibly engaging and practical, especially when you can relate its concept to real world business developments. Whether it is Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard, the merger between Tata Group's Air India and Vistara, strategic pivot of Disney under its new leadership, or the impact of AI boom on various industries. Here are few key tips for effective study. That is, stay informed. Make it a habit to read business magazines and at least one financial newspaper regularly. I repeat and I urge all the students, please make it a habit to read business magazines and at least one business or financial newspaper on daily basis. It is very, very important to understand the concepts of strategic management. This will help you grasp the practical relevance of the subject and understand its application in real world scenario. Master the case studies. Read each case study more than once. I repeat, read each case study more than once. Start with a quick read, then go through it at a normal pace. Identify the key points by highlighting or by underlining. That will help you answer the questions or MCQs effectively. Sharpen your analytical skills. Focus on improving your ability to analyze the case scenario and answer questions thoroughly, thoughtfully, right? Understand the concepts and do not memorize. Avoid cramming the subject. Instead, focus on truly understanding the concepts and learn to articulate your answers. Articulate means how to write the answers. That is articulation. Be concise and be relevant. Always aim to be concise and to the point in your answers. Don't write the stories and don't write the unnecessarily things which have been not asked in the question paper. Avoid filling pages unnecessarily. By liking your learning to real life businesses situations, you can reinforce your understanding, making it more meaningful and practical or application based. Now I will share my screen to discuss the technical aspects of the subject. If at any point you do not understand something, please post your queries on BoS mobile portal, as well as you can post your queries through mobile app or BoS knowledge portal, so that we can cater those queries and we can address your queries in the session and ensure this session is as productive as possible. I will ensure you that this session is as productive as possible. Before we proceed, I would like to address any questions you have. If anybody have any questions till the time, firstly, those students can send your queries on BoS knowledge through BoS knowledge portal or through mobile app. Due to some technical issue, we are not able to open the chat. So I request that students, please, if somebody has not opened your this login, your portal as well as mobile app, they may please open their portal, because in this session we will go only through this rather than on Zoom chat. Because in the coming time, in few minutes or in 10-15 minutes or in half an hour, we will going to do some exercises. So if anybody wants to post their answers to know that whether they are correct or not, so this we will entertain only through the portal, right? With this, we are proceeding, and a quote I would like to say, that the price of success is hard work, my dear students, the dedication to the job at hand, and the determination that whether we win or lose, we have applied the best of ourselves to task at hand. Right? Now, please see on your screens that what is the basically objective of scheduling these classes, particularly this class, to brush up the knowledge of strategic management and the concepts in the strategic management, focused on presentation, that how to write the answers, how we can articulate our answers, and how we can attempt exam strategy. What should be our exam strategy? Solving of questions, discuss on the common issues, which I'm going to address in the moving session, working on improvement of your preparedness, as well as motivate from better to best. It is always good to motivate yourself that what you are doing, you can do much more better to become the best in your life. Before we begin, welcome to the fantastic world of strategic management, a subject that is not just an academic discipline, but a real world guide to making informed business decisions. Whether you aim to lead an organization, become an entrepreneur, or excel in your career as a chartered accountant, mastering strategic management will give you the analytical mindset and decision making skills necessary for success. With this, there is a flowchart of the entire strategic management process in which first, as a strategist, what you will do, analyze the business environment, whether the business environment may be external, it may be internal, or it may be external. And you know very well that business environment is totally dynamic. That's why we require strategies. You can take an example of COVID. Nobody knows that the kind of environment changed during the time of COVID. No businessman, no entrepreneur, no manufacturer, no service provider was ready for that type of environment. But with the passage of time, everybody get settled down. Then formulate the strategies, how to formulate, how to prepare, how to do the strategies, then how to implement. Formulation is a different thing. If you will plan something, you will formulate something, and if you are not able to execute it, implement it in a better way, then your all the planning get in vain, right? Then finally, which is a very important step, that is evaluate and adapt. Evaluate yourself with your competitors, how the competitors are doing, how we are doing, what best we can do, what best we can provide in our resources, or what best we can learn from others. That is the adaptability, which is very, very important nowadays. What are the key focus areas when we are studying strategic management? Start with the basics, that is, grasp fundamental concepts like strategy, strategic levels, and business environment analysis, whether both external as well as internal. What are strategic levels? Top level, middle level, and lower level. How can we use it in strategic terminology? That is corporate level, then business level, and then functional level, right? Read with an inquisitive mindset and relate theories to the real world scenario. Focus on conceptual clarity. Avoid rote memorization. Understand why strategies work in different business contexts. Use flowcharts, diagrams, and case studies for better retention. For that, I would like to tell you over here that we have come up, the Board of Studies have come up with Saransh of all the subjects. So my advice to you students, for strategic management, for last minute revision, you can simply follow Saransh for your revision so that you can brush up all the things, all the concepts. But remember always that study material is very, very essential to read the study material. Saransh and other things, whatever the supplements we are giving, That is just to boost your knowledge. By getting your knowledge from the study material, you can brush up your knowledge through these materials. Use practical illustrations, apply concepts to the real business events or industry case studies. Keep up with business news to see strategy in action. Nowadays, so many things are going on, like the startups, unicorns, and entrepreneurs are emerging, and government is also very supportive in all these things. So you have to gear up yourself and read newspaper on daily basis. You can make some memorization tips, like there is a concept of pestle analysis. Pestle for external environment analysis. So what does it mean? Pestle means political, P for political, E for economic, S for social, T for technology, L for legal, and E for environmental. Like SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunities, threats. Like SMART objectives, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. VRIO framework for competitive advantage, which is that VRIO. V for value, R for rarity, I for imitability, and O for organization. Porter's five forces model, TBB, TI. That is threat of new entrants, bargaining power of buyers, bargaining power of suppliers, threat of substitutes, and industry rivalry. So you can prepare your notes and remember the key concepts. Okay, although the skill wise weightage and section wise weightage is mentioned on ICAI website, but I don't know how many students are aware of it. That's why I'm discussing over here that, mind it, my dear students, that we are having 5 chapters in strategic management, right? And I'm going to tell you that each and every chapter has equal weightage, which is very, very important. This is what I am trying to tell you from this, is that please don't do selective study. Do comprehensive study, because every chapter is having equal weightage. Let's say if you left chapter 1, or if I can say that you left chapter 5 without preparation, so that means now you are doing paper of only 80%. What is the 80% of 50? That means you are losing those marks. So I'm here to tell you that each and every chapter is equally important. There is nothing so much important and less important. All the chapters are equal weighted. First is Introduction to Strategic Management. In this chapter, we have covered the meaning and nature of strategic management, importance and limitations of strategic management, strategic intent like vision, mission, what is the vision of the organization, mission, goals, values, objectives, etc. And then strategic levels in organizations, corporate level, business level, functional level, and what are the network between these 3 levels. This all we will going to learn in chapter 1. Then chapter 2, that is all about strategic analysis, external environment. External environment comprises of macro environment, international environment, Here we will study pestle analysis, value chain analysis, PLC, experience curve, Porter's 5 forces model, industry environmental analysis, understanding customers and markets, competition in the industry, etc. Next is chapter 3, which consists of strategic analysis, internal environment. And what comes in internal environment? Understanding key stakeholders through Mandlow's matrix, strategic drivers, industry and market, customers, channels, products and services, competitive advantage, etc. Role of resources and capabilities, combining external and internal analysis through SWOT analysis, gaining competitive advantage under Michael Porter's generic strategies as cost leadership, differentiation, and focus. Chapter 4 consists of strategic choices. Strategic choices may be concentric diversification, conglomerate diversification, market development, product development, innovation, horizontal integration, vertical integration, turnaround, divestiture, liquidation, and so on. So how to develop strategic options? How one should know that what strategic options the company is having in a particular situation. So we are having few matrices given by Ansof's ADL, BCG matrix and GE matrix. We called it as spotlight matrix also, to understand the dynamics and equations of strategy. Last but not the least is chapter 5, that is strategy implementation and evaluation. Implementation means formulation. What is the difference between formulation and implementation? How linkages, issues, strategic change through digital transformation, organization structure and culture. Structure includes the hardcore and culture includes the soft, which is given by, explained by 7S McKinsey framework. Strategic leadership, strategic control, strategic performance measures. This is all about the syllabus which we have discussed so far. My request to all the students that please don't do selective study, study comprehensively and don't leave any topic. Okay. Preparing for strategic management. So far, students, if anybody have any doubt, please post your doubts through BoS knowledge portal as well as through mobile app. So my request to all the students, okay, we have got 1-2 students. Yes, Harshita, I just gave January 2025 exam. I lack in giving sufficient answers. So I scored very low in each answer. Please, can you please guide me how right answer sufficient and appropriate? Yeah. But generally, we were having 5 marks questions. Okay, so whatever they have asked, the question setter, paper setter has asked the question, you have to give the gist of that according to the allocation of your marks. No need to write more and more and more in it until and unless the question demands for it. This you have to identify that what have been asked in the question. Accordingly, you have to jot down the answer. right? Okay, so moving forward, preparing for strategic management. Preparing for paper 6B strategic management at the intermediate level requires a comprehensive understanding of the subject, strategic thinking skills, and a structured study approach, which is very, very important. It is crucial for students to develop a keen interest in the subject from the beginning of their CA studies and set aside adequate time to cover all the study material comprehensively. You should also seek practical relevance by reading business magazines, discussing strategies, strategic actions with the peers, with your subordinates, with your juniors, with your friends, and analyzing real life examples to understand the circumstances, benefits, and risk of strategic decisions. I'm many a times I'm emphasizing on reading the newspapers, business newspapers. The reason behind is that you will align with the real time examples so that you can write well. So this chapter with this we have discussed. Okay, for that matter, students, what best we can do? You can browse few of the websites of some of the major companies and study their vision, mission for better understanding of these concepts. What we can do is after reading the study material and all the concepts given in chapter 1 like vision, mission, what is basically strategic management, what are the importance, limitations of strategic management, what homework you can done from your side is you can browse websites of some of the major companies and study their vision and mission for better understanding of the concept so that you can easily make out the difference between these two statements. Likewise, after this introduction to strategic management, then chapter 2 covers external environment. For better understanding, students should read the economy related news, articles in magazines, newspapers to understand real life business environmental factors which directly or indirectly help or impair the organizational functioning. After understanding these concepts, students should thoroughly study the elements of micro business environment and macro business environment, pestle analysis, international environment, which are extensively defined in this chapter. And to gain a deeper understanding of competitive environment of a business organization, understand the product and the market through product life cycle, value chain analysis, experience curve, Michael Porter's five forces model, market and customer analysis, competitive landscapes, and KSFs. What are KSFs? Key success factors. These topics basically provide insight to the dynamics of competition and help students to develop strategic responses to the environmental challenges. Next chapter is about Mandlow's matrix, strategic drivers, core competencies, SWOT analysis, and understanding the cost leadership differentiation focus, which helps students comprehend how organizations can achieve a sustainable competitive edge in the market. And then about the expansion, diversification, retrenchment, turnaround, divestment. These are the few of the strategies, and these you can easily understand by reading the articles published in various business magazines and newspapers. These articles often provide insight into how companies have implemented these strategies in real world scenarios. Like portfolio analysis is also introduced in this chapter, such as BCG matrix, ANSOFs, ADL, GE model. Understanding these models helps students analyzing the strategic options available to organizations and select the most appropriate ones based on their current position and objectives. Last chapter is about the structures, digital transformation, change management strategies, network structure, leadership, controls mechanism, and strategic performance measures. So this is all about including all the things. Then live virtual classes for revision of the subject. Yes, from where you can get it? Through BoS mobile app. You can see recorded lectures as well as live lectures. Go to the assignments for self-assessment. And I would like to share over here that from tomorrow onwards, or 25th March, then I think 29th and 30th, we are having a webinar on strategic management, in which we are going to discuss all the concepts, and students may ask their queries during the revision classes. So my request to all the students, whosoever is listening me, please prepare yourself for tomorrow's class with chapter 1 and 2 at least, so that you will get a advantage of finding out whatever the problems you are facing, or you are having any doubt, you may clear your doubts even in the next class. Are study material enough for preparation? Yes, but they are enough, but you must also go through the mock test papers, the revisionary test papers, MCQ practice portal, LVC uploads, as well as booklet on case studies, saransh, model test papers, right? Now, some of the key conceptual questions frequently asked by the students from different platforms. You asked from somewhere, you wrote us on this e-Sahayata, mails through, and so many other platforms. And come up with few of the questions where students may find difficulty, or they are not able to clarify those concepts. One of them is horizontal integrated diversification and concentric diversification. This is a question which many students asked me, that ma'am, we are not able to find out the difference between the two. So, my dear students, that horizontal diversification is a business strategy where a company expands its operation into the same industry or market. Okay, company expands operations but into the same industry or market. It involves acquiring or merging with companies that operate in the same industry, with the goal of increasing the market share, reducing competition, and achieving economies of scales. That is called horizontal integration. For example, a company that produces and sells athletic shoes may acquire or merge with another athletic shoe manufacturer in order to increase their market share and reduce competition. While concentric diversification, on the other hand, is a business strategy where a company expands its operation into related but different markets or industries. It involves expanding into new product lines or markets that are related to the company's existing products or services. For example, a company that produces athletic shoes may expand into producing athletic apparels, or they may enter the fitness equipment market. This type of diversification allows the company to leverage its existing strengths and capabilities while entering new markets or product categories. Difference between vision and mission. A vision statement defines a company's long term aspirations. Please understand, students, that what is basically a vision statement. Vision statement defines a company's long term aspirations and future goals. It outlines where the company wants to be in the future and what it wants to achieve. A vision statement should inspire and motivate employees, customers, and various stakeholders to work towards a common goal. For example, if I took the example of Google, so the vision statement of Google is to provide access to the world's information in one click, right? So, what is mission then? A mission statement defines a company's core purpose, values, and how it aims to achieve its goals. It communicates the company's reason for being, what it does, and who it serves. A mission statement should reflect the company's values, principles, and beliefs and guide its decisions and actions. For example, the mission statement of Google is to organize the world's information and make it universal, accessible, and useful. This statement outlines the company's core purpose of organizing information and making it easily accessible to everyone. It reflects the company's commitment to using technology to improve people's lives and provide value to its users. In summary, a vision statement communicates a company's long term aspirations and goals, while a mission statement defines its core purpose, values, and how it aims to achieve its goals. Both statements are critical for defining a company's strategic direction, inspiring and motivating employees and stakeholders, and guiding its decision making and actions. Next, technical questions which generally students ask, that what is the difference between goals and objectives? So, my dear friends, goals are broad statements that describe what a company aims to achieve in the long term. They are typically high level, overarching statements that reflect the company's vision and values. Goals are often qualitative and may be open ended, allowing the company to continually strive towards achieving them. For example, a goal for a company could be to become the leader in its industry by providing innovative products and exceptional customer services. While objectives are specific, measurable, and time bound statements that define what a company wants to achieve in the short to medium term. They are concrete and detailed statements that provide direction and focus on what the company needs to do to achieve its goals. Objectives are often quantitative and include specific metrics that can be used to track progress and success. For example, an objective for a company that aims to become the leader in its industry would be to increase its market share by 20% in the next 2 years. In summary, I can conclude it that while both goals and objectives are important for a company's strategic planning process, they serve different purposes. Goals provide a high level direction, while objectives provide specific direction and focus on what needs to be done to achieve the goals. By setting clear goals and objectives, companies can better align their resources, motivate their employees, and measure their progress towards achieving their strategic objectives. So, with this, I have discussed few of the concepts which students may feel that they are difficult or confusing. Till the time, if any student have any query, they may post their queries through BoS Knowledge Portal as well as through mobile app. Okay. One of the student has written that, ma'am, how to present answers as per examiner's perspective, thus there will be sessions on them. My dear students, what basically do you want? I already told you that how to present answers. Yes, there in the next session we will discuss on this also, that how to attempt the questions, how to write the questions, how to do the MCQs of case studies, and how to read and write. That we will discuss in our next session. Right? So now we are going to take the MCQs and just gear up yourself for the MCQ round and be ready with your answers. My first question, I again repeat that please students, due to some technical issue, we are not able to open the chat on Zoom link. So my advice to all the students, whosoever is interested to give their answers, they can post your answers through BoS mobile app as well as BoS knowledge portal. We will get the queries as well as the answers of all the students from there. Right? So with this first question, on your screens. Tea Limited is a Delhi-based supermarket which has grown from a position where 30 years ago it had a revenue of around 50 crores per annum to a position today where revenue exceeds 5,000 crores per annum and profit exceeds 1,000 crores per annum. It has achieved this growth through a combination of strategies, many of which can be plotted on the Ansoff matrix. So here the question is on your screen. Here it is existing product, new products, existing markets, new markets. A, B, C, D are the few products. Please provide the correct answer and prepare a good combination. Which one is the viable and the correct combination? Please post your answers. Please post your answers through BoS portal as well as mobile app. So what would be the correct answer, students? Please post your answers. Yes, Harshit has done 1C. MCQ. What about others? Yes, Harshit, you are absolutely right. You can see on your screens the answer that A is market penetration, PD product development, MD market development, and D is diversification. Next question is, in his pursuit to expand the family business to Dubai, Dharamveer Singh, the successor of the renowned architect late Shri Lal Ram Pal Singh, faced a dilemma. Despite receiving positive feedback from various potential investors, a common trend emerged where the emphasis was primarily on swift construction, neglecting the importance of structural longevity. Dharam finds himself at a crossroads. What strategic approach could assist him in formulating a robust and coherent business roadmap that aligns with his vision for sustainable growth? Post your answers on BoS Knowledge Portal as well as on BoS mobile app. Hurry up. The correct answer is values and value system. Next one is, yes, 2B. How it is 2B? Why it is mission? It's values. It's the value of her, you can say the family business. That is the successor of the renowned architect. Despite receiving feedback from various potential investors, a common trend emerged where the emphasis was primarily on swift construction, neglecting the importance of structural longevity. Although Dharma finds himself at a crossroads. What strategic approach he follows could assist him in formulating a robust and coherent business roadmap that aligns with his vision for sustainable growth for future. So that's why you require only value and value system. Next question is on your screens. A Limited has recently decided to install a new IT system to improve the efficiency of its payroll function. A Limited believes this will reduce the cost of running the payroll system by 20%. Which one of the following levels of strategy is the above IT system most closely linked to? Post your answers through BoS Knowledge Portal or through BoS mobile app. The correct answer is functional level. Yes. Why it is business level? Few of the students are writing that it is business level. How? It's a payroll system. Accounts department, which is one of the functional area. Neither it is a corporate nor a business. It's a functional. Right? Next is an organization during its strategy planning envisaged entire situation and created a strategy framework. But in meantime, after implementation, it realized that its framework is not effective in certain unique unplanned situations. What could be the reason for such ineffectiveness? Whether it is strategy is partly proactive and partly reactive, lack of analysis and proper planning, strategy is highly reactive and highly proactive, or improper creation of strategy framework. Please post your answers. Yes, the correct answer is 4A. Strategy is partly proactive and partly reactive. Harshit, you are absolutely right. So, next question on your screens. McDonald's is deciding whether to expand into manufacturing kitchen equipments in China. At what level is this decision likely to be made? Yes, post your answers. Corporate level, because it's a major strategic decision. Next is Mr. Prakash and Mr. Pal are partners in a thriving business venture. Recently, they have become aware of their employees' dissatisfaction with their working conditions. Mr. Prakash believes that the situation should be dealt with before the employees explode. Mr. Pal, on the other hand, believes that if the employees have an outpost, then they will handle it. But Mr. Prakash and Mr. Pal, business philosophy is proactive, reactive, reactive, proactive, 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 or reactive, reactive. Post your answers. Absolutely correct. Proactive and reactive. Well done, Harshit. What about the next question is on your screens. During which stage of product life cycle will marketing strategies need to concentrate on differentiating a product from competing products, building brand loyalty, and offering incentives to attract competitors, customers to switch? Decline, growth, maturity, or introduction? Which stage of PLC? Post your answers through mobile app or through BoS knowledge portal. Maturity. The correct answer is maturity. Next one. Walmart supermarket is planning for the next 5 years. Which of the following economic influences should it consider? Unemployment rate, internet ordering, animal welfare, consumer legislation, population size, interest rate. Which of the followings? Economic influence. Think about it and post your answers. The correct answer is unemployment rate and interest rates. These are the economic influencers. Next question are on your screen, which is very good question. That is, Kanika, known as Desi Taylor Swift, launched the lipstick brand Color among intense global and domestic competition. Despite a lack of groundwork, her substantial 45 million social media following gained significant attention. Which aspect of Michael Porter's force multiplier is working in favor of color? Social media influence, threat of new entrants, supplier bargaining power, buyer bargaining power. Which will work? Good. 8B. Threat of new entrants. Next is Raju started a samosa stall in a local market, and the existing momos and bhel puri stall owners started creating problems for him. This is an example of bargaining power of suppliers, threat of new entrants, substitute products, or nature of rivalry in industry. This is an example of threat of new entrants. Next question is on your screens. Imagine you are tasked with analyzing the competitive landscape for a new product launch. In this context, which of the following factors is not relevant to understand the competitive landscape? Identifying the competitor, understanding the customer, determining the strength of the competitors, determining the weakness of the competitors. Post your answers. Hurry up. Okay. Yes, the correct answer is understanding the customer. Next question is on your screens. ABC is a marketing consultancy business. ABC's most recent corporate analysis has identified that 3 new businesses have recently entered its market and started aggressively targeting ABC's key clients. As part of ABC's corporate analysis, these three new businesses would be a threat. Would be a threat. Next is Perscopter. Perscopter, a manufacturer of private helicopter, offers unique features that fulfill the demands of a narrow market. It competes in market based on its uniqueness and customer-oriented private helicopters. Perscopter provides limited number of high-end helicopters with ultimate features. Which business strategy is being followed by Perscopter? Differentiation, focused cost leadership, focused differentiation. Focused differentiation. Next question is yours on your screens. Please see. TomTom, a sneaker brand, wanted to understand their competitive landscape and thus were looking for the weakest competitors to buy them and thereby decrease competition. Which of the following will be most helpful for them to begin with their plans? Mergers and acquisitions, BCG growth matrix, strategic group mapping, G stoplight metrics. Post your answers on BoS knowledge portal or through BoS mobile app. There is some technical issue, that's why we were not able to open the Zoom chat. The correct answer is strategic group mapping. Next question is on your screens. A renowned coffee chain offers a loyalty program where customers earn points for every purchase, which can be redeemed for free drinks or snacks. This marketing technique is known as augmented, synchro, social, or relationship marketing. The correct answer is relationship marketing. Next question is, which is on your screens. Quintic operates in the software industry and enjoys a strong position in the market. They have identified an opportunity to acquire a smaller company to expand their product offerings. Which quadrant of Mandlow's matrix would the CEO of a smaller company fall into? Keep satisfied, key player, low priority, or keep informed? Key player. Yes, key player is the right answer. Next question is on your screens. Baba Private Limited has 17 factories, 9 of which they recently gave to other producers on lease. This has increased their cash inflows to a great extent, and they are enjoying this surplus by investing the same in financial assets. Such a strategy can be termed as which of the following, whether it is a divest, harvest, hold, or build. Please post your queries, post your answers on mobile app as well as BoS knowledge portal. The correct answer is harvesting. Next question is on your screens. Spark Private Limited, an automobile seat manufacturing company, has been witnessing superior growth compared to its competitors due to management's greater emphasis on quality of production. In their previous BM, the management has decided to expand the existing business. The CEO will be traveling to Southeast Asia and Africa for identifying new geographical places and new product dimensions, and will try to establish new distribution channels to attract new customers abroad. Based on the ANSOF's product market growth matrix, identify which of the growth strategy the company is employing in the given case. Whether it is product marketing penetration, product development, market penetration, market development, diversification. Correct answer is C. Absolutely right, Harshit. Market development. Next question is on your screens. The Specialist Cloth Company, SCC, is a manufacturer of a wide range of clothing. Fashion is one of the 5 divisions of SCC. Fashion is operating in a market with high growth and is a market leader. By the next year, it is predicted to have 10% of the market share in a growing market. Fashion should be classified as which of the following according to the BCG matrix, whether it is a star, dog, cash cow, or question mark. Give your answers, please. Yes, it is in a star zone. Next question is on your screens. The business news anchor said that Cheleflix dead business is worth more than alive. What does it mean? Your dead business is more than alive. It's a simple, clear-cut case of liquidation strategy. Next question is on your screens. Stylish Fabric Limited, a clothes manufacturer, is buying up a chain of retail outlets to differentiate its clothes from those of its competitors through branding. This gives an opportunity for higher margins. Stylish Fabric Limited will also be able to produce clothes as the shop demands them, leading to reductions in inventory levels. Which strategy has Stylish Fabric Limited opted? Backward integration, forward integration, conglomerate, or horizontal integrated diversification? Post your answers. Yes, the correct answer is forward integration. Next question is on your screens. What organizational structure is best suited for House of Jani's strategic need for dynamic allocation of resources, ensuring each project and department is mentored, monitored, and maximized via multiple leaders? Whether it is a functional structure, matrix structure, Hourglass structure and network structure. Absolutely correct, Harshit. 21B, that is matrix structure, is the correct answer. Next question is on your screens. In the 1960s, a group of friends began trading coal blocks in Maharashtra. Despite the hazardous transportation process leading to injuries and fatalities among laborers, the Friends prioritized safety and efficiency as their business expanded. By the 1970s, they traveled to Germany to procure industrial safety and hand gloves and masks for their laborers and optimized the logistics to minimize human exposure to hazards. In terms of the McKinsey 7S model, which elements have the French effectively combined? Structure and skills? No. Shared values and structure? Systems and shared values? Yes, styles and shared values. The correct answer is systems and shared values. Next question is on your screens. Aditya Swarup is the head of operations of Bindal and Sons Private Limited. He is focusing on total or aggregate management functions in the sense of embracing the integrated activities of a complete department. He assures the resources are obtained and used effectively and efficiently in the accomplishment of the organization's objectives. He is practicing as strategic control, management control, administrative control, or operations control. Post your answers. Hurry up, students. Management control. Next question is on your screen. After an earnest attempt to bringing in a strategic change in your organization, you, the operational head of XYZ Limited, succeeded. But still, your organization could not achieve the desired competitive position in the market. Out of the following, what could be the reason? Strategy formulation, strategy model, strategy implementation. Post your answers. Yes, the correct answer is strategy implementation. Last question on your screens. Anshul joined a telecom company after his MBA and started working as market research analyst. His job included analyzing industry factors like competitors, suppliers, and substitutes. Which of the strategic controls is he working on? Strategic surveillance, special alert control, premise control, or benchmarking? Post your answers, my dear students. Premise control. With this, students, we have done a lot of questions so far, and I request and urge all the students who are listening this session, they may post their queries on through BoS knowledge portal or through mobile app so that we can address the questions. I'll wait for 2 minutes, otherwise I'll wind up the session. If anybody have any doubt, any query pertains to strategic management, you are most welcome to send your queries, post your queries. I think whatever the queries we have received so far, I have addressed all the queries. If anybody have further, okay, students, no queries, ma'am. Great. Very good. That means everything is clear to all of you. Okay. Thank you very much, students. Thank you very much for listening me very patiently. We will come up with another session shortly. Thank you very much.
Recording stopped.